Well, hello, this is Gmodism Total Nerdy Channel, and we are back here and checking some stuff out in StarMade. Now, it's namely so that I have been creating some pretty big, pretty badass turrets recently. Or they're pretty big, at least. And I think they're pretty badass. Hopefully. That's the plan anyways, and I've put in my knowledge into designing them, so they should be pretty decent at least. So, what do we have here? We have the Lava Enforcer. We have the Haubitz 9 and the Eradicator. Okay, so let's go and check out this first one, where we have the Lava Enforcer, which has it's a pretty interesting turret, you know. It utilizes the microparticles of magma into the shots while firing the shots, so that the bullets just melt through the targets. Actually, it's punch-through effect. But I have a fantastic roleplay explanation for it all if you check the file out at the doc, which is really funny. Anyways, here you access the turret. You can go here and look at the glorious things. However, to not make it too easy to boarders, they have to make it to the other side of the turret to get to the quite protected little, you know, you have to squeeze yourself in here. Actually, it's almost a bit tricky to get there. Oh well, it's completely possible. And here you can make the settings of the turret and anything like that. However, let's just get into this turret and get up to the, you know. We have cameras. The cameras will be moved to... there is a new version. Apparently I failed to save the right version. The new version has some light shields and some... basically light shields, some small armor and some thrusters, so that it will be easier to move it to installation. But basically it's the same turret, so I might well show you this. However, I accidentally was inside two entities at the same time while saving this, so the file on the docs while making this video is actually not the correct file, a bit embarrassing, but that will be changed when you see this video anyways. But anyhow, this is a pretty popular system. It's the cannon. It's 71, almost 72% support, so it's pretty rapid fire, you know. Now we don't have any power, but we can just, you know, we can just check it out here. You see that the reload time, yeah, the penetration is 16 blocks. There are 8 groups, 4 of the barrels. 2 of the barrels are smaller, so they have 9 blocks penetration. I tried to make them, you know, as big as possible. Anyhow, let's see here. How fast do they shoot? They shoot pretty fast. I mean, 1 shot reload. So 3 shots in a second, almost, I guess. It should be, I think. 87% support from the punch through, so, you know, they go in pretty deeply, and the elevation of this turret is pretty good considering how many blocks this is, and it also has some, you know, negative values. So it's pretty good. It can cover the sky pretty quickly, and it looks very nice. So this turret has a total weapon size of about 2,300 blocks, so it does some damage as well as they are spread out, and this takes out corvettes and fighters within a few shots. So that's nice. Well, let's move on to the fantastic weapon I finished yesterday from making this video. This is also a turret with a base of 25. It's, you know, same base as this one. But it's a Haubitz or Howitzer. That means it's a slow firing system with 50% support from pulse, so it's pretty slow shots. On the other hand, the penetration of each the shots are pretty deep, 33. So it will reach most ships, like I guess any ship's auxiliary system if you shoot at your enemies, or if this shoots at your enemy. The turret is pretty slow, I have to say. So that's something you might want to keep in mind, that it moves and aims slowly, but it's a very heavy system and it should absolutely not target light enemies. This one does have some energy, light energy and installment thrusters and some light shields as well, so that it will, you know, help the mothership's systems out, or if they are down, it will still have something to defend itself with. Anyways, the weapon system is explosive too, so it does huge damage and just tears through blocks in a nice pattern inside the enemy vessels. The total weapon system is smaller than the other one, it's 900, but it's also considerably more, you know, compact, so that's really nice. So I can't get out of this. This is so frustrating. Get out. So it's not so friendly for, you know, manual control, because it is when you get into it, but not when you get out of it. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, okay, what to do? So we go here and, well, anyways, what you can do is you can access the computers on the under of the left side. If you just stand on, you know, from the turret's base, and then you can actually reach it perfectly. Just now we can't reach it. Now let's go to the Eradicator. The Eradicator is a pretty nice turret, pretty big turret, with a multiple weapon systems originally built for the Adramalech Titan ship. So it's a pretty good, pretty big turret. It's good too, I have to say, as far as I have tested it. Of course, it could be nice to have it more inserted into the main ship to protect the dockers, but when you make turrets like that, you have to build the ship after the turret and not the you have to build the ship after the turret and not the turrets after the ship. So if you use, you know, pre-made turrets, it can be pretty hard to incorporate the turrets that are like 25 blocks deep and need a big like inserted thing into the vessel you will install them in, which is pretty annoying. So this is all around the best solution, I'd say. When your shields go down, you're not in a problem. Also, it has its own light shields as well, but it can be indeed inserted 4 blocks into an entity, so it's kind of ish protected, which was, you know, a conscious choice when I made it. Anyways, what I like much about this turret is the external plating, the armor plating on this turret. We also have a pretty nice turret camera, so this turret is pretty well adapted to be used as a, you know, manual control turret of a player. So what do we have for systems except all these nice platings and details? The system computers are hidden away with lots of advanced armor around all sides, so your enemies won't be able to shoot down your computers very easily, which is a very strong point of this turret. The elevation of the turret is 180 degrees, so it can reach anywhere basically. It has full coverage onto the enemy, you know, the enemies. It has full battle area control. Now for systems, we have a smaller missile system, actually more support, of long-range missiles with 12% explosive, 500 block size in total. You know, all around good lock-on missile, pretty nice. However, I didn't want to make the lock-on missile the main system because enemies can have radar jammers. So the main systems are a sniper computer, or no, sniper computer? Sniper computer. No, this is a Gauss rifle. a Gauss cannon. We have a large Gauss cannon as main. Long range, beam and support, you know, and also punch through 100% of all of them, 2 groups, 34 blocks of penetration, which is pretty deep. Also, as we have beam and support, the range is maximum, and the reload time is not as big as with pulse. However, what's really cool with this is that, you know, as well as the last Haubitz 9, the 34 blocks, 33 blocks penetration, 34 blocks in this case and 33 blocks in the previous one is enough to reach any of your enemy's auxiliary power, or almost any enemy's auxiliary power will be hit when this fires. Which is nice. Of course, if you're armored, the penetration will go down a bit, but usually they don't have 30 blocks of, you know, of other systems and armor in front of it. Some ships have, but you know, then you just have to tear a bit. Next main system is a beam, a very cool beam. It is a long-range beam, so it can reach a pretty good range with 50% explosive. So it deals some very good damage with the explosive on the beam. B-beam explosive is one of my favorite systems, especially beam systems. On top of that, we have a little howitzer system with armor piercing or piercing effect. So we have pulse. They fire kind of slowly, but they have as deep penetration as the big cannons while not having much of a range. And excuse me, the howitzer are down here, the beams are here, and the snipers here. Now I didn't connect this up, so I suppose we don't have power. No, we don't. But anyways, if you wanted to know, the beam is firing from these, of course, which is pretty nice, I think. Oh well, let me just check. Is it 2 groups? I think there are 2 groups, yep. Maybe I should make it more groups, but the penetration with 21 blocks is pretty good too, to slice through your enemies, so I guess that's pretty nice to have too. I also very much enjoy this external little missile pack on this turret here. Well, basically, I just wanted to show off a few turrets that I have created recently, and I do wish that you have enjoyed your Christmas holiday so far and stuff like that. So I'll be seeing you around the channel, and well, have a continuing nice Christmas holiday and Happy New Year. This is Gmodism Total Nerdy Channel, signing out.